And welcome to the highlights of day 3 of the Nippon Paint Cup, Sri Lanka versus Ireland. We are at the Galle International Stadium. And I can tell you that the Galle pitch has now started to show its real colours. The ball turning and bouncing a little bit. Batting wasn't all that easy. And day 3, I expect it to be even worse. Sri Lankan spinners bowling extremely well, and the dryness of the surface is also now being seen. So let's try and show you where the game is at the moment at the end of day 2. Ireland struggling. They didn't have a good day with the ball in hand, and I'm afraid even the batting haven't been able to cope with the Sri Lankan spin of Jayasuriya and Vishwa Fernando. So time to look at the action. Let's join Russell Arnold and Alan Wilkins.
Initially, good morning, everyone. We've seen, I keep harping on this, we've seen many visiting teams come to Galle and struggle. These conditions are different conditions. They're challenging. And the moment you get caught on the wrong foot, really, which happened to Ireland by losing that toss. For them to compete in this test match, for me, they had to win the toss and have first use of the pitch when it was at its best. The moment that happens, you are scraping the barrel for results. You're up against the demons in the Galle pitch, the heat of Galle. The Sri Lankans, when they get their runs on the board and they let the spinners loose, many star cricketers have also struggled here, so you do feel for Ireland.
Prabhat Jayasuriya starts, as I'm sure, as he'd like to carry on with the one that just pitches and turns. Good looking shot, handsome shot, that will have enough on it for 4. Just. That'll make Lorcan Tucker feel a whole lot of good here this morning on day 3. He's gone again. This time he'll get some runs, he'll get 4 using the lofted approach. I was waiting for the short ball, and so too was Lorcan Tucker. He was expecting it, anticipating the short delivery.
Has a push, but he deserves the luck. Slightly uppish, another boundary, the 3rd in the over for Tucker.
Great shot. Super shot from Lorcan Tucker. Lorcan Tucker is going to be given out LBW. And he's got to review this.
Okay, the original decision is out. Impact is umpire's call, and hitting the wicket's umpire's call. Go back on field. Okay, mate, stick with original decision.
Oh dear, oh dear. Ireland have lost a wicket. I feel for Tucker. He's batted so well. Thought he deserved a 50 and more for the way he played. Takes the review, but a couple of umpires' calls going against him. What a wonderful knock, though. Lorcan Tucker 45, Islander 143 for 8. That's another. Too easy for Jayasuriya. 7 now for him.
It was really a despairing piece of cricket from the fast bowler. No real chance. He's halfway down the pitch. Easy for Samara Wickrama. All he had to do was put the gloves onto the stumps. So 9 down now for Ireland. Jayasuriya takes his 7th for the first time in a test match. Adair has gone for a 2-ball duck. 143 for 9.
It's not so bad, maybe just outside the yaw stump or inside edge.
I think that was just the inside edge, but they've gone for the review.
Yeah, it's pad first. Okay, original decision is not out. Impact in line. Wickets hitting. Go back on field. Gets to change the decision to out. On screen now, signal now.
Wow.
Thank you.
It did hit the bat, but it hit the bat after it hit the pad. That is a very good review. And the resistance from Andy McBride has come to an end. So he is the final wicket to fall in the Irish first innings. He goes for 7. Ireland all out for 143. So this is where we stand after the first innings of both teams. Sri Lanka, of course, 591 for 6 with 400s in that innings. Ireland bowled out for 143. They trail by 448 runs. It'll definitely be a lot more difficult this time around for the Irish batsman because the wicket's dried out that much and is taking turn. That new ball can slide on. If it bounces on the seam, it can also bounce and get some turn. James McConnell. And Murray Commons.
Outside edge and Visha Fernando. Second time in this test match. Get rid of Commins, the left-hander. It's become an unforgettable run for sure.
Yeah, he's just gone across the line of that ball. And he did something similar in the manner in which he was dismissed in the first innings. Just opening up that front shoulder, going across the line of the ball. And a pretty simple catch taken. It's been a struggle for Commins this first test match. He goes for naught. That's a pair. Ireland, naught for 1. 169 runs in the 5 test matches he's played so far. A couple of half centuries, a best of 82.
Drifts in and straight away, Squalic fielder. Oh, Visha Fernando almost had it. And that's sort of a day for Sri Lanka. Everything looks like going their way.
Not trusting his defences. Oh, that was a regulation catch, really. Don't even think there was need to put a dive in there.
Oh, taken. Good catch. Very good catch. It's a sharp one.
Flies away. Dhananjaya De Silva takes it nicely as it passes him. For the second time, Balbirnie picked up by Vishwa Fernando. The Irish captain gets 6 runs to his name. Ireland are 8 for 2.
First ball after lunch. And the line's not right there. And that's well played by Harry Tector. He's seen the line outside the leg stump. And he knows if he can just get it past those 2 fielders behind him on square, on that onside, he'll get a boundary. Nicely played. Got to remain positive. Oh, that's a great effort. Again, it's come off the edge. He's all over the place, Madushka.
Perfect. Perfect. Inside edge onto the pad. Oh, would have been an excellent catch.
Now he decides to go up and over the mid-on fielder, and he does so successfully. Just one bounce into the boundary, but this is good.
Well done. Very well done. Through extra cover for 4. Ramesh Mendis searching for spin. Camphor getting there first. Good option. Good option. I like this. If it's there, you play it. Runs short and wide. Now they're looking to play a few shots and they're coming off. That's a boundary. That was a poor one.
Almost. It was a dive for Galle, and it's gone for 4. Is he going to pitch it up this time? No, he's not. But Harry Tector's going to put that away towards that grassy bank. Onto it quickly.
What a catch by Nishad Madhuskar. He does it for the 3rd time. Anticipation at its best.
Look at the movement. Look at the anticipation. That's what you expect at forward short leg. He just kept moving. He anticipated the sweep. He kept moving, and then he was in the right place. Brilliant. Well, made that catch look easy, but that's because he was in the right place. Curtis Camphor out for 30. Sri Lanka have finally got a wicket. It's 100 for 6.
It's a beautiful shot by George Dockel. All around the ground, and Asita Fernando at mid-off had no chance.
Oh dear, oh dear. He slipped. He's in trouble. It's Tector who has to go. He's battered so well. And look at that. He cannot believe it.
Director, we have an umpire review for a run out. Your best side on angle, please.
Why? Why?
Yeah, ready to make my decision.
That's a massive blow. Such a shame, because here's a man who had come to terms with the challenges out there. He lost his bat in the middle of the pitch, but even with bat in hand, he was way short. Harry Tector, 42 well-made runs. Islander, 108 for 7. Boys love that. He's got just enough to get it over Angelo Matthews' head. The back foot this time, he's flicked that nicely, more in control of it this time. Poor bowling, poor bowling. Still no consistency from Mendes. Good hit, that's a very good hit. Long on in place, but he adjusts his body and accesses the ball really well. Hits it to long off. Edge taken. That's a 3rd for Mendes. Test wickets are always important. Ramesh Mendes picks up his 50th. McBride's the man walking back. 131 for 8. George Dockrell's been good with the bat. Yes, the umpires, they call tea here on the 3rd day. Sri Lanka well placed and looking to wrap this game up. They need 2 wickets, with Ireland trailing by 313 after being asked to follow on. Tea here on the 3rd day. We are in goal. 591 for 6 Sri Lanka after winning the toss. 400s in the innings. Ireland 143, bowled out earlier in the day, now following on 135 for 8, staring down the barrel.
Ramesh Mendes. Can he get a fifer? Just 2 wickets to go. He's already got 3 for 56. The quickest 21 innings to get to 50 wickets. And joint in terms of test matches. Straight away starts off with the right line, but I'll still like that length to be just a touch fuller. Again, punched away on the onside. That's 4. runs here. Using the pace, and we'll get a boundary. Straight down the ground. And he gets a boundary. That was tossed up. It wasn't a bad ball.
Four.
Outside the line. Was it outside the line? They're very confident it's given. Kumar Dharmasena thought about it. He had a good long look. He's referred it. So let's see.
Okay, original decision's out. Impact in line. Hitting the wickets. You go back on field. Kumar, you stick with the original decision of out. Signal now. You're on screen now, signal. Thank you.
Ireland just got one wicket in hand as George Dockrell walks back for 32.
He's done it. He's done it. And that is the end of what has been an overwhelming victory for Sri Lanka.
Original decision is out. Pitching in line, impact in line. Wickets hitting, go back on field. You can stick your original decision of out. Signal now. Well done, mate.
Well, Adrian Holstock and 11 Sri Lankans gave that out. Sri Lanka winning by an innings and 280 runs. It's their biggest win by an innings to date, beating the win in 2004 in Bulawayo when they beat Zimbabwe by an innings and 254. Summary of this first test match: Sri Lanka 591 for 6 with 4 centurions. Dimuth Karunaratne, the captain, with 179. Ireland 143 all out. Jayasuriya 7 for 52. Ireland 168. Harry Tector 42. Umesh Mendis 4 for 76. Jayasuriya 3 for 56. Sri Lanka winning by a record innings and 280 runs.
Nicely played. Very well controlled.
Gone. A very smart catch at slip, and it's another wicket for Jayasuriya.
Go for that booming drive through the arse stump. It was full, not so full, and Dhananjay De Silva has a very good catch. Has an awkward height as well, not too sure whether to point the fingers up to the sky or low to the floor. But in the end, McCullum's resistance is finished. Gone for 8 of 28. Ireland 24 for 3. Sweep shot this time by Tucker. There was no field at short fine leg, and rolling towards the boundary. A risk taken, but it's definitely worth the risk. That's taken. Huge appeal, looks close and given out. And this time, I think that looks very adjacent, probably hitting the off stump. And Tucker going upstairs.
Okay, Ridge's decision is out. Impact in line. Hitting the wickets, umpire's call. Go back on field to confirm. Adrian, you can stick with the original decision of out.
Umpire's call. Adrian Holstock, and so Lorcan Tucker. Same morning, same test, same shot, same dismissal, same bowler, different umpire. Lorcan Tucker has gone for 6, and Ireland on the rack, 32 for 4. And that's gone. That's gone tantalizingly. Will it be 4? It certainly will. 4 buys, unfortunately, for Samara Wickrama.
Oh, what a catch. Nishan Maduska does it again.
That is a spectacular catch. He has made that position his own. He doesn't need to go home. He feels just as home there at forward short leg. This is just a great catch again. He stays down. Importantly, his hands have not gone up. He has stayed down. He's watched the ball coming off the bat. And that's what makes him such a prolific fielder in that short leg position.
Wicket keeper by trade, Nishan Maduska. Second good catch of the test match. Brings Ramesh Mendes the second wicket of the test match. Now Peter Moore gone for 0 of 5 deliveries. Ireland 40 for 5. That'll be lunch at Kumar Dharmasena. Takes the bails off with Ireland struggling at 41 for 5.
Unfortunately, it looks a bit like an international dialing code, doesn't it? 806 1201. Harry Tector 12, not out, but McCollum going for 8. Cummings, that's his second duck in the match. Balbirnie the captain for 6. 41 for 5. Jayasuriya 2 for 21. Vishwa Fernando 4 overs, 2 maidens, 2 for 3 for the left arm quick. And you get the feeling that he could come on any time and get a wicket. Mendes 1 for 10.